2024. How did that happen? The years are just slipping by. November already. This year is almost over. Good grief. Baby Beast has advertisements running. No advertising buttons today. No ad breaks. Those are done. For those who don't know, that's deleted. I explained that yesterday.
John Williams said, "Hello, Doug."
Hello, John Williams. Let's go over to my first order of business, which this is probably going to continue for a little while, although I might eventually. Oh, it's already set to everyone. Oh well, I guess I messed that up. I want to have it on live commentary before the show starts. So then we come into here. Brian's joke. How did you know, Doug, that he was going to have a joke? Well, I didn't. When I saw it, I came in and put it into the agenda. And I did read one of them. I know there's a second one. But let's see before we get to that. Hello, Alice, Rick Lakes, Dobie Tech, Tim Tech, Tim Cruz. You were passing out candies, Doug. I didn't know you did that. That's what's up. Okay. John says, awesome trader. The trader was at my actual trick-or-treaters from last night. And there is a link in the description of this video that'll take you straight to that trailer. Some of your trick-or-treaters looked a bit older for Halloween. Now, I'm not sure if he's referring to the adults who were carrying like a 3-month-old toddler. Yeah, how much awareness did that toddler have? But husband and wife, apparently, probably, and their infant. Hey, that's a great date night. I think that's great. And then the teenagers, those are actually my favorite because they were laughing, smiling. They had some interaction with me. The funny thing is, the last girl in that group, she had kind of I don't know, I'm gonna call it a Bo Peep, whitish dress. When she came out to the door, she said, "I sincerely apologize." And I said, "Why?" And she's referring to her friends. I said, "No, they were having fun." I think that's great. That's awesome. Teenagers laughing, smiling, interacting with an adult. Wow, who knew? That was fun. I like that. You didn't actually see everybody because my security camera didn't actually, I had my computer monitoring the security camera and it would time out after a certain amount of time. So if I was away from the computer when it timed out, then I missed some. Here's Brian's jokes. Brian's jokes, joke. I took an IQ test and the results were negative. That's good news, right? I welcome criticism. Write yours here. He gives a short line. I think that was the joke there, right? Yours here in this little line. And good luck, people in the chat room, good luck clicking on that and being able to write your criticism right there. Alice got a laugh out of Brian's jokes. Selden Ball with the weather report. DougBot shows up again. Just can't keep that guy away. Jeff Ryman, Oystein, John Williams, Dobie Tech again. Ken Stout, audio seems low. Oh, it does. I checked it in my checklists. Yeah, all right. The only way I'm going to be able to do that is to disconnect and reconnect. That should have been a speaker bot. I would have appreciated that as a speaker bot. Hint, hint. So let's give you a new way of seeing me fix that. There we go. Oh, I didn't push the buttons on that. So anyway.
Official Tim Tech said hi.
I should have hit the microphone mute button before taking that out. And I hit the button. Okay. Now I can see on the audio graphic indicator that I got good volume now.
LJ said picture in picture.
Yeah, that was a picture in picture, wasn't it? That's a security camera that's in my office.
Read
so
chat, please.
That's really me there. Read chat. Coming to it. Oystein, checklist needs improvement, but my checklist.
Dobie Tech said nice setup.
Thank you, Dobie. I checked the volume on my microphone this morning during my tests, and it was fine. So between that and actually going live now, it got messed up. Nice setup. Let's see, who did I miss? Richard Rogers. I don't intend to miss anybody. I like to call out your names. I don't always come and call out the names, but I did this time. So there. Channel comments is next on my list. I've got one channel comment over here, and a couple things about this. One of the things that I like to do on this channel is to show usability, ways to use your computer that kind of helps with things. And this was the first one. The name itself, La Lauren Slough, is how I'm pronouncing that. But I was wondering, is this, before I zoomed in, I wasn't sure if that was a lowercase L or a lowercase I, because I couldn't see it very well. So I do highlight it, do a Control C, and then come over here to Microsoft Word and paste it in here. Now here I can tell, yeah, all three of those L's are the same, but another thing that you could do by taking it into any word processing program is go change to uppercase. And that's a way to figure out whether you're looking at lowercase or uppercase. You might change from uppercase to lowercase, whichever direction that you need to go in order to figure it out. Now then, another thing here. So this appears to be Spanish. We'll take and highlight all of that. Oops, I just want to get this text. Then Control C for copy, or you could right click and choose copy from the context menu. And then come over to your search window. I'm using Google and translate, and you can see that I've done it already. So, but what you would do is type the rest of the word, translate, and then Control V to paste what you just copied and hit enter. And there's a few different places that you can go in here. And I remember there, I thought this was looked like a most useful one. And then that gets me here to paste what I want to translate. There, I got it. And then the arrow key. I think this is the one that I did. No, this isn't the one that I did. Oh, close enough. They gave my dad this computer to fix for a friend, and he couldn't. Thanks to this video, he was working in less than 10 minutes. So that was on this repairing HP all-in-one that won't turn on. And that had to do with removing the CMOS battery and putting it back in after disassembling it. He did that in 10 minutes? Wow. I'm impressed with that, because it takes a while to take that thing apart. So that was channel comments. I will give La Lauren Slough a timestamp to this point in the video and do a thumbs up and a heart after doing that. I want to not do that yet so that I can keep it on this screen so I can follow up with that afterwards. And then Beelink lost activation and Beelink support. I reported yesterday that I've had a couple of these Beelink computers lose their Windows activation. And the scenario where that's happening is when I use what I'm referring to as a prototype computer for this office. I configure the user's account, get it all functional and tested, and then make a backup image from that computer and restore it to another one of these Beelink mini computers. And then a day or two later, I discover that there's a watermark in the bottom right corner that says this Windows is not activated. Do I have it on this one? I don't think so. This one's activated. Right? Yeah, it is. And then, so I tried a few things with it and couldn't get it activated. So I contacted Beelink support yesterday, And here's the way that went, just to know you and let you know how the support from them is going. They're showing that they received my message at 4:49 p.m. yesterday, and that's about correct. Let's see if we zoom in a little bit. Is that useful? So here's what I told them. I've bought and intend to continue buying several of your computers. I have encountered a problem. I have configured one computer with all the software we need in an office, then made an image backup and restored that to other computers of the same model. This works perfectly, except that Windows activation is lost. I have used this technique with other brand computers for years without this problem. That's true, not as much as I'm doing now. My understanding and my experience has been that all Windows 10 and 11 computers have digital license tied to the hardware and should not lose activation by this process. Please advise how to resolve this. Here is their response. Could you please send us a picture of the serial number code at the bottom of the machine, like the attached, and a picture of the purchase invoice? Then we will send you the corresponding key. So they're going to send me an activation key. Not the best of solutions, but probably about as good as we're going to get, because I don't know why. It's supposed to be a digital license, right? Why doesn't the hardware come up with a digital license? So here's the serial number from the bottom. They have theirs blurred out. So that might be a reason why I should stop showing serial numbers. Because, yeah, but somebody couldn't get us a product activation code from them, because they would have to also give the receipt of the purchase. This makes a couple of complications for me, as that means all of these Amazon invoices, I'm going to have to start encoding the serial numbers to those, which I kind of don't mind that anyway, because that allows me in later years able to go back and see when the particular computer was purchased. I'm at a point now at the beginning of this experience with many computers, and that's tolerable. Okay, I can do that. I would have preferred to just give them the serial number, because I can connect remotely to the computer and get the serial number. To go physically take a photo of the computer, that's a little more of a nuisance, because some of them are mounted on the back of a monitor, which, how many is that right now? 1 or 2. So that's really not bad in that office, in the Law 40 office. I have others mounted on the back of monitors in other offices, but they're not having this activation issue because I didn't use this technique of doing backup images and then restoring the images. Now, here's another issue that as I was thinking through it, I thought, well, now wait a minute. What if these computers haven't all been coming with Windows 11 Pro? What if some of them came with Windows 11 Home? So I went back to look at this, and here's a list of these Beelink computers that I've purchased. This is my search history in my order history for Beelink. Some of these I bought off of my credit card. Some of them I bought with clients' credit cards. So I went back to look at these. This one, here's an S12, which is where I'm having this happen. I don't have enough of the SEI 12s yet to have encountered the problem, although I do have one here. Now then.
Dobie Tech said, what do you yignay? Gonna use all these computers just for testing?
Well, they're for clients. They're for people working. They are using them. They're thrilled with them. They're very happy with them. And this is the first experience that I've had with installing computers where I call back the user afterwards and...
Dobie Tech said, oh, I see.
I call back the user afterwards and say, what do you have to say about it? 2 days ago, I called one of these people, and she is a person who I've not had a lot of interaction with, but all my interactions with her have been pretty level-headed, calm. I didn't really get much, energy out of her. I asked her, what do you think about this computer? She said, I love it. It was over the phone. I mean, it was a very emotionally charged, I love it, not just, it's okay. And this is the reaction I'm getting from these very inexpensive mini computers, because they are completely capable.
John Williams said, are the mini computers connected to a server?
Yes. They are completely capable of doing what these normal end users do in an office environment. There's no future protecting needed to worry about. I was ridiculed and laughed at up to 10, 15 years ago for installing HP refurbished computers. People were saying, oh, those are nope, they lasted a long, long time, over 10 years, and did very well. So I think there's a lot of overbuying that happens. Now, there are some environments like my clients who use Dragon Naturally Speaking. No way. Absolutely not. No way. Yeah, they're connected to server, but the server is really, we don't use Active Directory in this Law 40 office. I do have a client where we have Active Directory, and we have a lot of higher end stuff, and they are using much higher Dell computers, and they are not as budget conscious. A lot of my clients are very budget conscious. Now, so I want to get back to about the Windows Home or Pro. I went back to look at these and I realized, now wait a minute, this doesn't indicate whether it's Windows 11 Home or Pro. The model is Beelink S12 Pro. Does that mean Windows 11 Pro? And if I search for the word Pro in here, well, that's there a lot of times. But of course, that is the model name. But as I looked around for where I would expect to see Pro or Home, I did not spot it. I know at least some of them are coming with Pro because I have noticed that. And I do know that I've had some computers come through with Home, but I don't think it's been these. So, but if I'm restoring a Windows 11 Pro image to a computer that was activated with Windows 11 Home, yeah, that's not going to activate. So when I give them this serial number photo and the invoice, if they tell me that that's a home computer, I will respond to them, hey, your listing doesn't say whether it's Home or Pro. That I feel really shortchanged about that. If I wind up buying a Windows 11 Pro license keys, I'm not going to be upset about that. That will be a cost of the experiment to my client. So not a big deal, not good on them to have done that, but oh well, I can live with that. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So that covers that Beelink lost activation and Beelink support. I felt pretty good about the turnaround time for responding to me. Amazon deliveries on desk. Oh, the exclamation mark V is not going to work anymore, John. I've turned that off. So there's these 3 minis. I'm not going to unbox them here. I'm not going to do those tomorrow. You've seen me do those before. These are the same model. I do have a couple other things here that we're doing, and I did do the black marker. This office does use a lot of CDs because it's a law office that deals with personal injury and workers' comp. So they get a lot of CDs and DVDs from medical providers that are pertinent to the case. So for this user that I bought this one for, he does need the USB hub capability. So we've got 4 type A's here. This one would be the USB 3 something or other. And he specifically needed a USB type C. So it's kind of a nice looking design. I like that. So that is one unboxing, and I guess I should have been ready to give you a link to that. I'm not going to connect it and try to fire it up during this half-hour show because that's just too much and too insignificant. So there's what it is. It's $30. There were recently a couple of other models that I bought that were all less expensive than this one, but this one is a little more expensive because of he wanted the Type C, and this was just the first one I found. I didn't go looking around a lot to see if there was a cheaper one. It has the Type A and the Type C to connect to the computer. If you're connecting to like a 2.0 port and it's not going to be able to provide the power to the drive, then this USB Type C, I did confirm, can be used to provide power, and they even give a cable for that. There was something else I read about that cable that made me question whether that's really what it is. But wait a minute. No, they didn't. That cable's not here. There is no such additional cable. Oh, this doesn't look good. See that right there? Wonder if that just snaps on. That clip there looks okay. I'm trying to get it something behind it that you can see the clip. Yeah, the clip looks okay. Inside looks okay. No, you can't see that very well. No, it's not snapping into place. I'll return that. If I don't find a solution to that, that's not okay. Moving on. Oh, I was needing to give you a link to that. Copy link.
John Williams said it looks like it was used.
Are you saying that just because of that thing here? The finish looks perfect. I don't, and there's no wearing on the feet. It's difficult to have something like this on a desk for any period of time and it not show some wear. I don't think it's used. I think that clip is probably just not very good. Chewing gum from Brian.
John Williams said no cable included.
Well, yeah, the cable for connecting is under here. And I did see somebody in the comments pointed that out to other people because they said they couldn't get it working when they were trying to connect it with other cables. So that's the cable used to connect it. But that extra cable that was in the picture is not there. Then, oh, that's all that I had on my list for today. PineappleRoad, I'm still showing deferred. What I'm wanting to do with that, his issue was the cloud service that he was uploading to. It bothers him that it would go down to 0 upload speed and then go up. And I figured, I came to realize, now wait a minute, they have free accounts. Why don't I just go create an account and see what happens when I upload to see if it works the same for me as it works for him? I think it's a normal operation. But we can test it. That's troubleshooting. Yeah. This hardware info, I'm going to hold off on that. Okay. 924. Lawn Dog says, I believe that is like a cover that goes over the door. The CD player, sometimes if they take an impact, they won't close correctly, meaning the cover, it may not snap in place. Doug, that DVD player was a very nice choice. Has a lot of features in it, I'm sure. And I sure like the added USB plugins and SD card. Yeah, my clients don't need SD cards. I don't know anybody that among my clients that use those. Well, now since I'm a couple moments early, how about we try a paperclip and open that and see if we can fix it right here, right now. Let's see, how about we do that with the unboxing camera? Oh, wait a minute, I have another box on the desk. Come on. All right, it's a face plate on the front of it. Okay, bring it over here to where I can see it better. I would rather fix it than have to deal with returning it, mainly because returning it means I have to go to the UPS store and stand in line and all of that. Yeah, I'm going to fuss with that offline. But here's just a quick unboxing. This is the replacement for that computer that came in an empty box. The computer that came in an empty box. Meaning the box was empty. There was no computer in it. And I returned the empty box. It's too early to say whether we got the refund for it. This is a GMK Tech. I think this is the first of this brand that I have ordered. Now this is this, I think this is the one that came in the empty box. I'm gonna have to verify that because now I'm questioning myself on it. But it's a higher level computer that I'm intending to put at the desk of the managing partner for the Law 40 office to see if he can tell the difference between this i5 and the N100 that he's been using for a couple months now. All right, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Have a happy Friday, everybody. I have a redirect set up for Kerry Holzman's show. And let's go give a preview of that. What is he doing today? Best for the money build. Live, best bang for the buck build. Which is not something that I'm interested in for my clients who are interested in saving money. What I'm interested in for them is the lowest price that will fully accommodate the end user's needs. Best dollars for the build, that's going to be the specifications of the computer, which is a great thing, but I think that's more for individuals. These clients that want to save money on the computers, what I'm going to do is right size them. And we're not buying to accommodate for them for future things that they might need, because that has never been the case in the past, except for upgrading to a new operating system. And I think what we're going to do next time is when the next edition of Windows come out, we'll probably go to whatever computers are needed for that. I don't know, but my clients make the decision. I gave them parameters. We started out with the highest security capability Dell computers, and they choked and coughed and gagged. I didn't realize that they were in a mode where they need to reduce expenses. So that's how we wound up here. But I manage expectations with them. I tell them, I don't know that you're going to be happy with this long term. Let's test it on a few people. That's going very, very well. And so they've told me to keep going with it, understanding that it could become a problem in the future. I'm particularly concerned about cybersecurity insurance, whether they might demand something more than what these computers are. They make the choice to go with this. All right, that's it. Get out of here, Doug. You said you were going to end the show 5 minutes ago. There, that button. All right, goodbye. Have a great Friday.
That's all, folks.